Well, a heartbreaking consequence of confinement at home during this pandemic has been the reported increase in domestic violence, as many partners are quarantined with their abusers and cannot get away. So to make sure those who need help and support can get it, our next guest is here to talk about Night of Solidarity, an event that will raise funds for violence prevention organizations, and it's going to include some of Hollywood's biggest names: Julianne Moore, Connie Britton, Gabrielle Union, and more. So we welcome Cindi Leive, the former editor-in-chief of Glamour magazine. Cindi, thank you so much for being with us. And I want to first ask you, what prompted you to organize this Night of Solidarity?
Yeah, well, thank you for having me. And what prompted was exactly what you just said. We were reading, a group of journalists and other creative types and I were all reading the headlines that have been out there about this unintended and unfortunate consequence of quarantine and increased worldwide in domestic violence incidents. And in fact, the UN, the statistics that I think really made us sit up and take notice is that the UN projected that for 3 months of quarantine, there could be a 20% rise, which is 15 million additional cases of domestic violence. So we reached out to domestic violence organizations, the people that actually do the work, and asked them, what would be most useful to you? And we heard some interesting feedback from them. First of all, they told us in a couple of months, depending on where you live, people will be coming out of quarantine. They will be sharing their stories, and it's really important for all of us in the community to know how to respond when somebody tells you what they've been through. And secondly, they said, and this is so true, even though this is an urgent situation right now for people who are quarantined in dangerous situations, domestic violence didn't begin with COVID-19. Even prior to the pandemic, 1 in 4 women and 1 in 7 men have experienced intimate partner violence over their lifetime. So this is a real, true problem that has roots before, and if we can use this moment to kind of shine a light on it, help people understand it better, and help them understand what they can do about it, then that will be a good outcome.
Yeah, and speaking to that, because, we are talking about everyone being confined to their own homes. They don't have another place to go necessarily that they can go to. So what are the solutions out there to offer those, and we're talking, as you mentioned, about not just women, but men, even kids, from domestic abuse during a pandemic?
I think the first and most important thing to know is that shelters and help are still available. They are still open. There is no reason that if you are in a dangerous situation that you shouldn't avail yourself of help right now. Every organization that we talked to said that one of their concerns about the media coverage is that it could imply that if you are in a dangerous situation, a life-threatening situation at home, that you have to stay there. No, shelters are open, so that's the first and most important thing. Secondly, hotlines are open, and if you are in a dangerous situation, as many people might be, where you cannot actually make a voice call because you could be heard, almost all of the hotlines have text features. National Domestic Violence Hotline, you can go to their website, you can chat with the counselor, you can also text crisis text line. And I think one of the important things for anybody in a dangerous situation to know is that that doesn't automatically trigger a call to the police. It's not going to, set off a chain that you're not in control of. They are there to talk to you about what you're going through and help you figure out a solution and a safety plan that is right for you.
That's good to know. And also, I know people at home who are watching want to know how they can help. Tell us how.
Well, first of all, Night of Solidarity, tonight, 8 p.m. on YouTube. You can go to Refinery 29's YouTube channel and watch, and you can donate. I think that one of the things that really got our attention is that domestic violence is a deeply underfunded area, under-resourced. When you think about giving to these shelters, these organizations, the places that actually do the work on behalf of women and children. They are the first responders. They are the first responders and essential workers in the lives of women and children, and we want to support them.
We certainly do. Cindi Leive, thank you so much for all that you're doing, and thank you for joining us today. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
And remember, if you or someone you know needs support, please call the National Domestic Abuse Hotline number. There it is on your screen, 1-800-799-7233.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.